I think there's a potential for impact, both negative and positive, when police arrive in a household. Police are the first responders often to this family, and the children will experience the police and subsequent services based on that first experience they have when the police enter the home.
I think it's important that police officers know several things about the impact of domestic violence on children. The first thing is that children of all ages are affected by exposure. What we've learned in our program is that kids of virtually all ages are affected by violence between their parents.
My girlfriend's quite a bit like my mother. I hit her like my father hit my mother, and I got her to tell everybody, just like my dad used to do, that she fell. And I don't really know why she lied for me, you know what I mean? Because it happened so many times.
Won't give me the chance.
I hadn't went and seen her, and she had come up into my house when I was living with my family, and walked upstairs into the room where I was staying, and woke me up. And you know, I just woke up and I turned over and I hit her, and I broke her ribs, and she started fighting, and she made things, you know, she woke my family up, and you know, what kind of viewpoint did my family have on this situation was what I was thinking. It made me so mad that, you know, I just didn't want no part of her. I broke her ribs, and the whole night fell apart because of that. I had to take her to the hospital. I had to work the next morning, and I hit her after I broke her ribs, and you know, I realized that was wrong. I shouldn't have done that because she wasn't really breathing right. But again, you know, it was anger.
Children have varied impacts, as a result of exposure to domestic violence. However, some of the significant ones that I would mention is one, that of guilt and shame, and also that they feel really responsible for the violence they have witnessed.
Now, there are children who have various reactions to the exposure. Some people and children, young boys, for example, I can think of one who saw the dad as a hero, so no matter what he did, you know, in terms of his violence, he still valued dad. There are people who have reactions to when they see their mom harmed and have distance from dad because of what they've seen.
There was a time when my father was dragging my mom across the room by her hair. And it was scary, it was all kinds of emotions, you know. Just too young to know them. I was always my daddy's pet, you know, and that was kind of hard too, watching the guy that always treated me so good do that to someone that I love so much.
One of the things that happens with children who witness it, and it happened with me, was that there's a real hopelessness about all of this. You want to help, but you can't. You want to intervene, but you can't. You want to stand between your mother and the offender, and you can't.
For some children, the impact of being exposed to adult domestic violence can have the same or even greater impact than being a victim of child physical abuse.